All right, well, it is 20 minutes past the hour, and unfortunately, no one has joined this class. Uh, we were going to be doing a role play, actually, in which we were discussing, in which we would discuss airport anxiety. So, specifically, what do we do when we're at an airport and we face a situation that's semi-stressful, in which passengers and other travelers don't know what's going on? This would have been the first role play class that I've done here on Colingo, but unfortunately, not really sure how much of this can be achieved with just me here. What I can do is I can take a little bit of time to go over the material that I attached with this class in case anyone wants to take a look. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share. Hey, how's it going, Gabriel?
Hey Farhan, how are you?
Good, man. Good to see you. I was actually just talking to myself for a little bit. How's life?
Everything cool. I'm on vacation now, so I got lots of free time.
Nice, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. I wanted to just introduce the class actually to you. This is the first class that I'm doing on Colingo, and we're doing a new kind of class called role play. So, you'll be able to take part in acting like somebody when we do the class. So,
Okay.
let's say, I am, I don't know, I'm the, we're gonna talk about an airport specifically, right? So, for example, what happens in an airport, right? You can think about possibly uh, like if I'm the gate agent, I'm the guy at the gate who is processing all the passengers that are coming through, and you could be a passenger, right? There are many ways that we can create different kinds of situations and practice using those situations. So it doesn't have to be, very um, it doesn't have to be set in stone or very formalized, but whatever we end up doing is going to be, I think, fun and uh, a little bit more kind of not only fun, but it's going to actually help you participate a little bit more, in what we do. So before I get to that, man, I actually just wanted to quickly review what we do with airporting, what airport anxiety even means. And there's a short article that actually might give us a little bit of an idea of what that is. So
Okay.
I'm going to quickly just we're going to just read that article, maybe no more than 5 minutes, and then
Okay.
we're gonna dive in, and I will take a certain role, and you can take a certain role.
All
If you want
right.
to be the passenger, if you want to be the gate agent or whatever,
Okay.
I can be the pilot, you can be the passengers, whatever you guys want, right?
Okay.
So let us take a look here. So let me find this link for you, man. One sec. But how's everything else, man? Going down in Brazil, tudo beleza?
See, everything cool. Yeah. I had to study a lot I had been studying a lot. I have been studying a lot. So I pick up for school, my normal school. So I
Uh-huh.
didn't have a lot of free time, but now I'm available, so to speak.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, all right, Gabriel, here is the link, and I'm just going to screen share it real quickly so that we have something that we can go off of.
Okay.
Okay, desktop 2. Perfect. Okay, fantastic. So this article actually comes from it comes from the Los Angeles Times about a month after September 11, 2001. So it's a very
Okay.
old article. It's about 10 years old or 12 years old now. But the reason I wanted to focus on it was because a lot of airport stress in the United States actually began after the September 11 attacks. You know,
Okay.
airport anxiety, I think, reached a new level, and we always hear about different things that are confusing people, that are, different rules. Like you can't bring one kind of liquid on the plane, but you can bring some other kind of liquid. People are just stressed all the time. There are the security lines, the you know baggage claim. There's tons of different places where they have a lot of stress. So I just wanted to focus on two things. They're saying here when it comes to anxiety, right? To ease anxiety or simply cope with lengthier waits before takeoff, right? Passengers can take advantage of a host of stress reduction and relaxation services at many airports, right? So what are some of these things that allow people to relax when they're at an airport, right? One of them, oh, and also Gabrielle, feel free to stop me at any time if nothing, if what I'm saying doesn't make sense.
Okay.
So, yeah, you don't have to, don't hesitate. Second, just let me
Okay.
know. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was they're saying rocking chairs, right? Rocking chairs are what is a rocking chair, Gabrielle? What do you think a rocking chair is?
I don't know.
Nice. It's good that
Rock.
we're gonna talk about it then. Rocking chairs are actually these things. Let me find the image for you here. Let's see. For example, it's those old people. Old people have rocking chairs that they sit and rock in because they're comfortable. They don't really care. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Like these
Ah, okay.
guys.
Yeah, I know.
Have you seen one of these things before?
Yes.
It's a it's a chair that rocks backwards and forwards, right? So
Okay.
this is a rocking chair. Once my internet loads, actually, this is ridiculous. My internet is so slow. But anyway, so those are rocking chairs. Um, and then rocking chairs are now at Boston Airport. They're at Philadelphia Airport, right? It gets people to just relax a little bit more. They also
Okay.
have massage therapy, right? So I think this is actually really cool, right? You can be at the
Yeah.
airport, and if you're stressed, you can get a massage. Did you ever get a massage like normally before, man?
Not the one that I paid, just a casual one. Have you
Just a
ever
casual
had
one.
one?
I've never had one, no.
Yeah, it must be
It
relaxing.
relaxing, yeah, yeah, absolutely, right. There are actually places here that they give deals, so you can go to a massage parlor and they'll give you maybe $10 off if you get a massage or something like that. I always get those emails, but I've never been to one. So in any case, but I have seen massage parlors at airports actually. So here they mention specifically Denver Airport and Cheyenne, Wyoming. So both of these cities they have these massage parlors.
Okay.
Um, and let's see, Singapore's airport has actually a fitness center. It has a sauna, jacuzzi, right? It's a super nice airport, I guess. You
Yeah,
can
really.
you can get all of those things, right? So, in any case, that's all I want to talk about, Gabrielle. Just getting our minds thinking a little bit about what happens in a stressful situation at the airport, right? What would you do, man? Like, what is your immediate reaction? Like, let's say you're flying you're flying internationally, actually. So let's not think domestic because domestic is kind of it's understood that you're not traveling too far, maybe 3-4 hours maximum, right? But let's say you're on an international flight from Brazil to London or Brazil to Paris or Brazil to the United States, where it's maybe a 10 to 12 hour flight, right? Um, how would you, like, when you feel stressed at an airport, how do you de-stress? How do you release all that stress and anxiety?
Yeah, actually, I just had one big travel. I mean, that was to the US, was like 8 hours or something like that.
Oh, so it wasn't that bad even.
No, yeah, and well, I remember that there was no postpone, like it was on time, at time.
Hmm.
But the
Yeah,
flight itself was really awful because, you know, I, I get a bad sensation, a feeling when I am sitting for too much time, So
yeah,
I walked a little, and the thing that kind of saved me in a way was that they started to play a movie. So it was, I could distract myself a little.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, right. The movies and the music and a lot of the entertainment that they have on planes, I think allows us to escape the reality that we are stuck in a place where we can't move our feet,
Yeah.
we can't do anything. That's the biggest thing for me is when I am sitting in a plane seat and I always, before I used to always choose the seat that was nearest the window, right? But then I realized as I was flying more and more and more that it's ridiculous to choose that seat because you can't leave, you can't stretch your
Yeah.
feet, you know? So now I always get the seat that is closest to the middle. I get that aisle seat, right, down the
Yeah.
middle because it's so much easier. So yeah, man, I've been there, trust me. I mean, my longest flight was I think 16 hours and I mean it was just a nightmare scenario. Uh, I think I slept for maybe just four of those 16 hours because you can't even sleep. People moving around, lights coming down from the top. Like the
Yeah.
the different kinds of lights and things like that. So it's a nightmare. But anyway, Gabriel, let's take a look at this. So when we role play, right? I will allow, or we can choose any role that we want, any actor that we want in this imaginary scenario, right? So let's just say the first scenario involves you are checking into the airport, right? So you have your luggage, you have your everything. I'm going to be the gate agent, okay? So I'm the person who is responsible for giving you your ticket, right?
Okay.
Um, so let's say you have your luggage with you and you're coming up to me right now, and I'm the gate agent. So start the conversation. I'm just some guy. I work for uh, like Gol Airlines or Tom Brasil or something like that, right? Or
Okay.
United Airlines, whatever the case is. Okay. So I'm just working. I'm just typing away.
Okay. Hello. I would like to get my ticket
Uh-huh. Fantastic. You can also say, Gabriel, I would like to check in for my flight.
to check in. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to check in for my flight because right now you still have all your bags and everything, but you want to check in. You want to get everything fixed, right? So, okay, Gabrielle. Oh, crap. I don't know your name yet. Uh, of course, sir. What's your name? Of course, sir. What's your name and how can I help you?
My name is Gabriel, and I would like to check in.
Great. Well, can I please see your passport and your ticket confirmation?
Sure, here it is.
Thank you. So, how many bags are you checking in today?
Sure.
Two bags. Could you please put them on the scale, please?
Sure.
Okay. Uh, 26 kilograms. And could you please take the first one off and we'll put the second one?
Okay. My internet
Oh, yeah,
cut.
yeah. There are now two of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problems. No problems. Okay. So, all right, let's put the second one on. Okay. Second one. 24 kilograms. Okay. Sir, were you aware that our limit is 25 kilograms?
No, I wasn't.
So, unfortunately, one of your bags is 26. It's one more kilogram than our limit. You will have to pay a $250 fee.
But I don't have any money.
Sir, unfortunately, we can't help with that situation. You can, if you want, remove the extra baggage from the one bag and uh, put it in your personal carry-on, or try to do something with it. But I'm gonna have to have you move over and have the next person in line come forward.
Okay. Okay, so I'll take some and I will take to my personal what? My personal bag.
Personal carry-on. Yeah,
Personal
carry-on.
carrier.
Yeah, let me
Okay.
write this. Let me write this on here. So carry on, right? Okay, so let's say 5 minutes later, I'm working with somebody else now, Gabrielle. So now you're coming back up to me, okay?
Okay, but I'm the same person.
Yeah, you're the same person. So how do
Okay.
you come back to me now?
Okay.
You finished doing your thing, yeah?
Oh, hello, sir. I've already put my extra the extra the things that the exceed, I I just put in my carry-on. So I'd
Uh-huh.
like to that you put in the scale again.
Fantastic, Gabriel. I would like you to or I would like to try again, or I would like to check in again now.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So then I say, of course, thank you, sir, for your patience. 24 kilograms. Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. You are now completely checked in. Uh, how long will you be staying at your destination?
1 month.
1 month. Okay. like like I'm typing, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. And then, alrighty, sir. Here you are. Here's your boarding pass. If you would like to stop by our convenience stores, they are over there on the left-hand side. In order to get to security, please make a right and go down that hallway. Remember, you cannot have any liquids or gels or any kind of food with you when you pass the security area.
All right. Thank you.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, have a nice trip. Bon
Thank you.
voyage, bon voyage. You know, but I mean, but see, so that's what I'm trying to get at, right? This is actually my first time doing this kind of class, Gabriel. So,
Yeah.
give me any kind of feedback. Like, come on, man, that was so stupid. Come on, please.
No, it was useful because I might have to because all flights that I had to take,
Uh-huh.
my father did that kind of work to me. So
Uh-huh.
it's good to practice when I
Practice,
have to do
yeah.
it by myself.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are some of the words we looked at actually, Gabriel, in that scenario that were a little bit different for you? Like, for example, I think the word carry on was different, right?
Yeah.
So carry on is just it's something that you carry on your body when you travel, right? So
Yeah.
it can be a backpack that you wear on your back, the backpack. It can be something you hold like a briefcase, right? Or maybe like a sports bag. For girls, it's usually like a handbag or something, right? Um, and it's a very common thing because airports have so many limits now that they like to
Yeah.
people like to put as much stuff as they can in their carry-on.
Yeah.
And what else was different for you in terms of words, new
Yeah,
words?
I already heard, but like I told you, I when I'm in the airport, I
Hmm.
don't really pay attention to those terms. That is was check-in. I
Hmm.
would say something different.
Hmm.
Check-in
Hmm.
is just, I'm here, right?
Yeah, exactly. You want to be processed, right? Give me my
Okay.
stuff so I can move on, right? So we actually
Okay.
use check-in in another scenario, in another kind of scenario or situation. So we can say it when for we're talking about flights. We can also say it for do you think maybe there's another area that you have to check in when you travel. Not only at the airport, there's also one other location. What do you think? Oh, actually, you're muted, unfortunately. I can't hear you, man. Can't
Oh,
hear you.
sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
Uh,
You said you didn't.
uh,
Maybe you weren't sure, right?
yeah, yeah, I don't
I
know.
The hotel actually. So just like the airport, the
Ah, okay.
hotel, right? So when you're in the lobby of the hotel, or when you arrive at the hotel, you can say, "Can I please check in?" Right? Or
Yeah.
when people see that lady or that man at the desk, they say, "I'm just checking in, please. I'm just checking in." Something like that. So, okay,
Okay.
Gabriel. I think that was a good first thing. I think you had a little bit
Yeah.
of fun. That's good. Okay,
Yeah.
so what do you want the next one to be? What do you want the next one to? As long as it's airports, it doesn't matter. Um, do you want to be somebody, and then maybe I can be the passenger?
Let me think.
Yeah,
Okay, we can have like let me have you ever been I mean you have traveled a lot, right?
tons, man. I'm in California right now, actually.
Really?
Yeah, man. I've been
Cool.
it just a few weeks ago. I decided to drive from my hometown, which is 4,000 kilometers away, to California.
Well, that's cool.
I know, man. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. So yeah, I have traveled a lot. But yeah, what's up?
Have you ever had some, unusual experience and some complication?
Yeah. So when I didn't have a visa, right?
Okay.
I thought I could get the visa when I was at the airport, but it was not allowed, right? So the police were giving me a hard time. Okay, they were telling me this is okay. So you want to do that scenario?
Yeah.
So you want me to be the police?
Okay, can be.
Okay, I'll be the police then. All right. So checking in, right? And I'm gonna be a mean guy. No laughing in this, okay? And anything
Okay.
that I do, anything that I say and that we work on, we can. If you mistake, I'll remember it and we can talk about it after. Okay.
Okay.
That way we don't, disturb the flow of the thing. Okay. So, all
Okay.
right. Next.
Hello, sir. I would like to check in.
Can I please see your passport and your return ticket?
Okay, so regarding my passport, I want to do it right now. Can I do, could you help me?
What about your passport? Can I please see it?
No, sir, I think you're not, I didn't express myself quite well. I don't have it. I need to do it one.
You didn't bring your passport with you.
No, I don't have one. I want to do one now. Could you help me?
What is your nationality?
I am from Brazil.
You're from Brazil. I'm afraid you have to talk to the Brazilian embassy or the Brazilian consulate. We can't help you here at the airport. And specifically, how did you get on this flight if you didn't have a passport?
Well, they didn't. I mean, I traveled with the help of a friend from the airport.
So somebody helped you get on the plane, and you didn't have to pass any security checks?
Yeah, yeah, because you see, this is my one opportunity to get a better life. I came from a very poor area of Brazil, so this is my chance to succeed in my career.
Well, unfortunately, we cannot allow you entry into the United States unless you have a passport with a visa. So I'm going to have you step to the side. Roger, can you please take this young man to the side? We're going to have to interrogate him.
No, please, please.
I'm sorry, sir, I can't help you with this.
No, you
Hey,
gotta
hey, I'm
understand,
Roger. I'm Roger. Come over here. What's your name?
Gabriel.
Gabriel, come with me. Right. So 5 minutes later. All right. So now let's say you're sitting down and they're interrogating you, okay?
Okay.
So, okay, take a seat. Uh, why are you here?
I'm here because I want to get an opportunity, a career opportunity that I don't have in my hometown.
Did you bring any form of identification?
Actually, my goal is to get a new identity here in the US.
But did you bring any? Oh man, this is good. Did did you bring any form of identification from your country? How
I
do
am
how
afraid I didn't.
how can I trust you? How do I know if you're Gabriel or Rafael or Javier? How do I know who you are?
Well, you can call a friend of mine.
Is this friend in the United States?
No, he's from Brazil. Because I don't know anybody yet in the United States.
Okay, so this is how it's going to go down, Gabriel. We have no idea who you are, we have no idea why you came here, and we have no idea what you want to do here. We cannot just admit you out of sympathy. So, what we will do is we will take you to a detention center and we will keep you there for the next 2 weeks. You need to provide us the exact information, contact information of every contact that you can think of that we can get in touch with back in Brazil. Right now things aren't looking good for you. You don't have a passport, you don't have any identification, and we really have no idea. We can't trust anything that you're saying. So this is how it's going to go down. I want you to take this piece of paper that I'm giving you right now, and I want you to write down this contact information of any family members, relatives, In the event you are not allowed to stay in the United States, we have to deport you back to Brazil. Is that clear?
Okay. I'll write it down.
All right.
That was good.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's what happens, right? Gabriel,
Yeah.
like that's what happens. Like if you don't come, I mean, it was actually at the beginning of that lesson, I was kind of surprised because you said you didn't even have a passport, right? So it wasn't just a visa, it was you didn't even have a passport. Like, wow, okay, this is going to be interesting because seriously, they can't do anything if you don't have a passport, right?
Yeah, to help me. Yeah.
I mean, they don't even know who you are at that point. So, okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. So, yeah, any questions about that skit, Gabrielle? Were there any words I said that didn't make sense, or were you surprised, or whatever, anything like that?
Yeah. Okay. Deep part is like get out, or you said
Deport, yeah, yeah.
deport.
Okay.
Okay, deport.
Deport, yeah. Deport is to expel by force. So, for example, it's actually a really cool situation because Brazil and the United States, they both require the other country's people to have visas when you come in, right?
Yeah.
So, if you came here or if I came to Brazil, same situation, the, if I didn't have a visa, then the Brazilian government can deport me. They can say, okay, we have no choice. You have to get back on the plane and go back to the United States. You know, deport is to send back to the country of origin, right?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a good vocabulary word. What else? What else is really important? I think you did a good job, man, because you were saying I don't know anybody. I want to make a new life, right? Which is really kind of cool. But okay, when you were here, what city did you visit when you were here in the U.S.?
Florida and Miami.
Miami. Okay, no wonder that's why it was 8 hours, man.
Yeah.
It's the most southern city,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool, cool, very cool. Any other questions from that last skit, Gabriel?
Yeah, it's actually not a question because I understood the meaning, but
Uh-huh.
I thought it was interesting, go down. This is, do you remember that you used?
This is how it's gonna go down.
Yeah,
Yeah. What does that mean actually? What does that phrase mean? Go down.
it's like this is how things are gonna go, like I don't know how to explain it
No, no,
in exact.
you did it perfectly. You did it perfectly. This is how things are going to uh, happen. This is how things are going to take place, right?
Happen. Okay.
When somebody says this is how it's going to go down, they are not giving you an option to argue,
Yeah.
right? So that's why I use that phrase because I mean, police, they don't care. Uh, they say, this is how it's going to go down. This is what's going to happen to you, right? This is what's going to happen to you. So the same kind of idea for both of them, right? So that was really fun, actually. I liked that.
Yeah.
One other example, Gabrielle, that you can think of, anything that you would like to talk about. Maybe you saw this at the airport yourself. Maybe you think it's interesting. Um, that was probably the craziest thing that happened to me, getting interrogated by the police. But besides that, things were pretty normal. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a pretty safe traveler. But yeah, what about another scenario? Maybe on the plane, or maybe outside when you were still in the airport.
Yeah, I mean, because I will do like a big travel to Canada in
Mm-hmm.
January. So what do I have to do in an airport besides checking in?
Besides checking in, so we did the checking in part already, right?
Yeah.
Usually after check-in, you just go through security and then you just go to your gate, right?
Okay.
So we have that security scenario when you have to take all the stuff out of your bag and all the objects out of your bag. You have to walk through and you have to come back and grab your stuff, and then you can go to your gate. And then after the gate is just the plane, really. So
Yeah, and when I get to Canada, for example, what do I have to do? I mean, just do I have to I have to get through that, like
passport
uh
control, passport
passport
control.
control. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Immigration or passport control, yeah, that's it, man. I mean, when you get to Canada, you just have to find the sign for passport control. Just follow that sign, right? Um, they will probably have two or three different lines, right? One line for Canadian citizens, and one line for tourists, one line for people who are not Canadian but live in Canada, right?
Okay.
So you have to go into the middle one for tourists, for example, right?
Okay.
Um, Usually that line is the longest.
Yeah.
There are a lot of tourists coming to Canada and also the United States. So be prepared, man, to wait for maybe an hour or an hour and a half, right? Are,
Okay.
are you coming in a group or are you coming with just yourself?
Yeah, it's sort of an exchange program, high school
Nice,
exchange.
nice, nice. That's
So
phenomenal.
great.
What city in Canada, man, if you don't mind me asking?
Vancouver.
No way, dude. That's the best city in Canada, hands down, man,
Great.
hands down. You're gonna love this city, man. You're gonna love Vancouver. You're gonna love it.
Have you ever been there?
Yes, yes, it's very beautiful. You know, I was actually planning on a trip to Vancouver from California from here.
Great. Ah, it's near, right?
It's yeah, it's well, it's actually kind of far, but it's close. It's the closest Canadian city to California.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would recommend there? I mean,
So they have a
that you.
place that yeah, it's very beautiful, man. They have a place called Stanley Park. Stanley Park is a very historic park in the middle of Vancouver. The city is absolutely gorgeous, man. The mountains um, are so beautiful. It's one of the most green places that I've seen in my life. You know, kind of like it's from a fairy tale. It's from like a movie. You know, like the beautiful mountains and the well, you're going in the winter, so it's going to be a little bit colder initially, but yeah, the beautiful mountains and you know, when you're driving on the highway near Vancouver, there are waterfalls next to the highway.
Wow,
You
that's
know,
beautiful.
it's like paradise. I mean, when I went there,
Yeah.
I was like, what is this place? You know, how come we don't know better? And a lot of great food, amazing restaurants. So they have the one of the largest Chinatowns in Canada. So if you like Asian food, Chinese food, you know, Japanese food, any of those kinds of food, Vancouver is full of Chinese people, Japanese people, and they have a lot of great culture, a lot of great restaurants there. So yeah,
Great.
it's really nice. I think you're gonna have a lot of fun. But yeah, check out Stanley Park. Definitely check out downtown Vancouver because it has all of the restaurants and you know the nightlife, all that stuff happens there. Um, yeah, ridiculously fun place, man. I mean, wonderful, wonderful city.
Great.
Yeah.
And you, I mean, if you were, uh, yeah, because there's a Barnaby, and then, right?
Barnaby, what is that?
Yeah, which place would you would you go? Because I was searching some families because I will like I don't remember the homestay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and there were a lot of different places around the city. I mean, is
hmm
there any particular place that
I
you would
I
go?
don't actually remember the neighborhoods, man, unfortunately. Uh, all
Yeah,
I
but the
remember
area.
area, I would say if you are in like North Vancouver, I think it's a little bit nicer area. Let me see if that's even true. Um, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's North Vancouver. I think is going to be nice because it's near it's where like it's the most urbanized. So it's a little bit more downtown. It has more buildings and more people, I would say.
Okay.
So I would say North Vancouver is not a bad place. But depends on your location, man. If you can get anywhere in the suburbs, like maybe near one of the suburbs that are around Vancouver, I don't know which ones, man, but maybe your exchange program should be able to help you with those things too. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I'm not doing with agency
Oh, you're
because
doing it
it's
yourself?
yeah, it's more expensive. It's really more expensive doing with an agency. But I was talking with a family, and they are helping me to get things go, you know.
Get things going. Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. Uh, I would say, man, just ask that family, honestly,
Okay.
because my ideas are very limited. I could help you with California, I could help you with New York,
All right.
but unfortunately, not from Vancouver. I just remember going there. I was there for maybe 3 or 4 days. Absolutely beautiful city. I mean, try your best to just see as much of the city as you can when you're not working or studying or something. Just hang out and have fun. I mean, very
All
beautiful.
right.
Yeah.
Great.
So did you want to go through one more scenario?
All
Maybe
right.
a very quick one. Uh,
Yeah.
what would you like? Anything we can talk about? Maybe on the plane itself, or
Okay, on
actually
the
no,
plane.
on the plane. Okay,
Go
sounds
ahead.
good.
Oh, go ahead.
No, no, I was gonna say something maybe between like maybe security. Security is that when you're checking your bag or when you're putting your bags on the belt or whatever, right?
Okay.
As you're passing through security to go to the gate, right? So we can do that. I can be the police again if you don't mind. Uh,
All right.
I'll have you be the passenger, because you'll be in
Okay.
that capacity. So okay, sir, where are you going?
I'm going to Florida.
Going to Florida. Could you please put your bags over here and step down and walk down this line, please?
All right.
Do you have any liquids, gels, or other combustible items in your bag?
Yes, I have a bottle of water.
I'm sorry, sir, you're gonna have to take that out.
Okay.
Can you please give
All
that
right.
to me?
Yes.
Okay. Free water. Right. So now there's now there's now there's another police officer, right? So let's say there's two. There's another guy that comes here. Sir, you have some lotion in your bag and some gels, like
Yes,
some
I
hair
do.
gel. Unfortunately, we can't let you have these on board the aircraft. So we have to confiscate these items.
Oh, but am I gonna lose them?
Yes, we are confiscating them right now. We you can't take them on your plane.
Oh, but please, that was a gift that my fiancée brought me from Paris.
I'm sorry, sir. You're not allowed to have this on a plane. You should have checked it in. So, uh, sir, would you be able to crap? I'm trying to figure out how to best say it. Sir, would you be able to lift your arms up so we can do the X-ray machine?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
And then let's say you're going through. Sir, you didn't take off your shoes. Could you please take off your? Beep, 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 beep. Sir, could you please take off your shoes and then walk back, please?
Uh, okay. Yeah, okay, sure.
Are you wearing any metallic objects? Coins? Are there any coins in
Yes,
your
my
pocket?
belt. My
Your
belt.
belt. Sorry, we're gonna have to take that off and put that on the belt, please.
Okay.
Do you have any coins in your pocket? Any electronic
No,
devices?
not at all.
Did you take your phone out? Do
Yes.
you have any braces?
No, I don't.
Okay, please walk through the metal detector. Arms up, looking forward, eyes forward, arms up.
All right.
That's what they do, honestly, man. That's what they do sometimes.
Yeah.
They do all
And
that
have
stuff.
you ever been to a country that you didn't know the language at all?
That's what I'm saying, man. It's tough. It's really tough,
How can
right?
you pull off that? I mean, all these procedures.
They do have people that speak Spanish at most American airports, but I don't think any other languages really. I think at
Yeah.
that point they would just start using sign language, like this, this. They would start saying that so that people can see what
Yeah.
they're doing, and people would just follow the other people in front of them. You know, so very very interesting. But yeah, man, generally after something like that, right? They're gonna ask you a lot of questions, and usually people are just so pissed off and just tired that they're just going to say, okay,
Yeah.
sure, I don't have metal, I don't have coins, I don't have whatever, right? But that happens, man, where they actually will confiscate. What does this word confiscate mean?
Take away.
Take
Like,
away.
yeah, sort of.
Yeah, absolutely, right? So they actually will confiscate the anything that you have, like a liquid or perfume or hair gel or any kind of thing, right? Even toothpaste, right?
Oh,
So yeah, don't bring any of that stuff in your carry-on, right? Put all
okay.
of that as much as if you have a toothpaste, limit I think is like 3 fluid ounces, like something a little amount of toothpaste is okay. But if you have that big tube, they will take it. So put nothing expensive like that in your carry-on,
Yeah.
right? Because there was an article that in the United States, the TSA, the TSA are these police. They're the Transportation Safety Agency police, right? Some of them even, there's been reports that some bad agents steal from the passengers.
Well,
Yeah, so they take like the perfume that your fiance gave you from France, right? And
yeah.
you're in such a hurry, you're not seeing, oh my God, what's going on? I'm doing this, I'm doing that, Macarena, dance, right? And I mean, they just steal the stuff, man. They take it without you knowing. So I would check with the website for Canada, like if um, also the airline has kind of specific
Yeah.
directions, but Vancouver Airport or Canada in general, they have rules like that for people.
All right. And just so in my carry-on, I just have to bring the ne absolutely necessary, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
and
mean,
of course
what can I bring
you can
to that?
take your laptop, take your laptop, your phone, your charger, all of those things, right? I usually
Yeah.
put a toothbrush, a small toothpaste, right? Some soap. Actually, no, soap is not good either. Um, Usually, just that toothbrush or toothpaste for me, maybe a comb, so I can comb my hair if I feel crazy, right? Some people take a small bottle of hand sanitizer, a small bottle of soap, maybe they can just,
Yeah.
sanitize your hands. That's really it, man. On the carry-ons, you don't want to have any kind of liquid, any kind of gel, or those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Canada might be different, man, but every time I go into the U.S. airports, I mean, I can hear the people saying in my mind, no liquids, no gels, nothing flammable, nothing that you can burn, right?
All right.
Also, no food, zero food. You cannot bring any of that. Like, if it's like maybe a candy bar or something, it's okay, but you can't have like fresh food or something like that on a flight.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, man, it's
And
kind of
what?
crazy.
Yeah, and what about long flights? Do you do anything to, you know, relax? Because it's kind of hard to hold up the entire thing, right?
Yeah, man, 11. Your flight's going to be around 11 hours, I think, to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So man, just bring a book. Bring a book. Bring like if you have a tablet or if you want to use your laptop on the flight, um, make sure you have it charged up, and at least in the middle of the flight, you can watch your laptop, watch a movie or something.
Yeah.
Uh, Even if they don't have a movie on the plane. And yeah, man, in general, just like I would say bring a book, bring music, definitely bring music, man.
Yeah.
Definitely bring music. And do you sleep well with light, or do you not sleep well with any kind of light near you?
Yes, I sleep well,
Okay.
fortunately.
Yeah, so then in that case, you don't need that. Like some people take this patch they put over
Ah,
their
yeah.
eyes. Yeah, I would recommend that. But really, man, wear very comfortable shoes. Very comfortable shoes. Okay? Don't wear like a suit, tie, and all that crap. No, just
Yeah, just
wear wear whatever you are very comfortable in, right?
yeah.
Your shoes, don't wear sandals because it's Vancouver in January, so you're gonna freeze to death,
Yeah.
right? But any kind of shoes that are, we say sneakers in English, right? Um, like what like your running shoes, those kinds of things, right? Very comfortable. But honestly speaking, if it's a shoe that you can take off easily in the flight and put back on, I would say that's the best type,
All right.
right? Because then you can just slip it off. If your feet are hurting, you can slip it off and you can move your feet around in the flight,
Yeah.
right? That's
All
the
right.
best, man. Your feet will start to hurt like crazy.
Yeah. Can
So
imagine.
yeah, yeah. But besides that, man, did you like this class? It was my first type of role
Really?
play class. You
Yeah,
did?
it's really useful because you have all the situations and then we can discuss the vocabulary that you used.
Uh-huh.
That's real life. conversation.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome, Gabriel. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Um, any other questions, man, about anything that we looked at?
No, I don't think so.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Gabriel. I hope to see you
All
again
right.
soon, man. Yeah,
Yeah. See
yeah.
you.
Take care,
Bye
man. Bye
bye.
bye. Yeah.